Hello, this is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel here in Beaver Dam Park. This is Brick Township, Point Pleasant border in New Jersey. I'm here in my van today, and I got a treat for you guys. I got another YouTubers, one adventure at a time. This is David, Carrie, and Roodle. Hello, welcome to New Jersey Outdoor Adventures.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So can you tell us a little bit about your van and your adventures?
Yep, this is a 2017 RAM Promaster, and we bought it used, and then we spent a year basically getting everything in order and building it out ourselves.
Yeah, and it had what, 20?
About 20,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
So it did. We worked at the time that we built the van, and it did. It took us a full year. We sold our house and got rid of
all our belongings,
everything we owned.
Yeah. Yep, we were working full time, so it was quite a job.
Originally we were from California, and then we got set up in South Dakota and got everything lined out, and we've been on the road ever since for, like you said, a year now.
Yep, December 1st will be our 1-year anniversary.
All right, you want to come inside, take a look?
Come on, Roodle. Whoa!
All right.
Come on, come on, come on.
Okay, so I don't know if I showed you, but right here, this is our water tank. We have a 20-gallon water tank, and we used hot water heater straps to tie it in. And that's our gray water, and we have it on a gravity-fed hose, so we don't have to lift the tank out. And then we have a pump in the back, so we do have running water. That'll last us about 10 days. After a while, you get pretty good at saving water. Right here we have a table for doing dishes. Folds right out. Very handy to have that extra counter space because every bit counts.
And this countertop we actually made ourselves. It's a piece of plywood. We stained it with 2 different stains. Actually put black glitter in it and then epoxied it.
It does scratch fairly easy, but it's held up. So right here we have our heater. This is our propane heater. We have it piped into a 20-pound propane tank that's in the back. It's in a sealed box, and it's vented through the floor.
And you might be thinking that's a little too close to the medicine cabinet and the counter. And it is, but we fixed that. So we put it on a TV mount and just pulls it out. We're pretty limited on space, and this way Roodle doesn't accidentally touch it. We used to use a little buddy, but he burned almost burned his tail several times.
So above the door here we put these hooks up, which we've used a lot, especially when it's raining and you got to hang your gear up. And you don't want it getting moldy. And we really like the ones that are over the sink because we just put our jacket or our pants and it just drips right into the sink. Right here is a custom built medicine cabinet. So this was a tough build because, you know, nothing's 90 degrees in a van. So it turned out pretty good. We like it. You got to have a mirror somewhere. And we got heat shields underneath it. And let's see what else. The table here also. It's got lockable hinges, and it also allows us access to our water tank. And that's pretty handy. Right here is our drawer for our pots and pans, our dishes and silverware. And then below it is a step that we use for our laundry hamper. So it just slides in and then slides out as we need it to step in the bed. And then behind it, this is our Nature's Head toilet, composting toilet.
On a slide.
And it slides right out. So that's a must-have for us. We wanted our bed to be fixed. We didn't want to have to make it. So we used an old futon frame, and that's what we have it resting on. And then pretty much it's ready to go. We pull over
At any time.
at any time.
And then, so this is our little cupboard above, just to put nicks and knacks, and a USB fan, which is really nice because you don't have to have it plugged in, but you just charge it. So when I did the ceiling, I put the wood, what is this, horizontal? Diagonal? Anyway, I put it a different way from the rest of it, so you can see the front's going, just to kind of give you a divider, so you can tell that it's a different room. And also, this divider here on each side is as well. This helps keep the splatter from cooking, but it also just gives you that feeling that there's a different room.
We also have a curtain.
Oh, so if we need a little bit of privacy, I tend to get up early and Dave tends to sleep. You can just shut the curtain. That's really nice.
So we got LED lights here. We probably didn't need to put as many as we did. They're basically RV style LED.
And then we have two fans, one in the back and one in the front, and they're just fantastic fans. We really like this one because it's right over the bed. So if you turn it on, you get the nice cool breeze right on top of you. And that's Roodle. So when we lived in a sticks and bricks house, I was a photographer and I had lots of pictures, and I wanted to incorporate that in the van. So these are just magnet photos. So there's metal glued onto this, and behind this is our closet. This is both of our clothes. And then of course, anytime you have any little extra room, you find some room for it. Those are our towels. And as you can see on the road, there's always some kind of project you're working on. So this one's not painted. And we really like the gas struts that keep it open. That's a must for our cabinets. Now underneath here is a shelf. This holds all our map books. We tend to do a lot of boondocking. So this is good map books. And this is our portable DVD player. Turn it around, and when we're in bed, we can watch a movie.
Alright, so we got our towel rack that's up here, and we keep our spices and stuff that we use all the time so it's ready to cook with above. And then below, we have our Berkey filter. So any water that we're going to drink or cook with, that's what we're going to use our water from. We have a propane stove, chopping block counter, and below that, that's our refrigerator. It's a Dometic, so it's pretty nice. It slides in and out really easy. Below that, we have some pots and pans. Our spice rack here, magnetic. And they don't feel like they're really sticky, but they stay on, they don't fall off. And we got an LED strip right here. And if it was nighttime, it goes all different colors. It's like 10 different colors that you can put on there. Carrie made some curtains here. These are blackout curtains. They're also insulated. We've got a nice sliding window. We have opposing windows, one on this side and another window on the other side on the door.
And then right here, this is our living with a dog. It tends to get a little smelly sometimes, so this just burns essential oil. And of course, you always need something to start your stove. Let's see if I can plug those lights in for you. And then you can go party, maybe.
We decided to go with the couch because if you're living full-time in your van and it's raining or snowy or the weather's bad, it's just nice to have a comfortable place to sit down. Underneath the cushion, we have that's where we keep our battery bank. We have a lithium Gold Zero 1400, and then we have more storage. Underneath this platform here, we have our inverter. It's a 2000 watt sine wave inverter and a dog food storage. We did also put in the swivel seat. We've got blackout curtains that come across the top. They just slide. It was kind of an afterthought, so we had to make it work. If we would have left more room in our cabinets, we could have had a nice easy slide for a curtain, but that still works good. And our cabinets here, all of our dry food storage. Which
Not very organized.
Not very organized, but enough for about 10 days. And here's our second fantastic fan. And above here we got more storage for cold weather gear, mostly coats and bags. But they're handy there, easy to get to. The flooring, we went with laminate flooring. And this was super easy to install. It just snaps together. It's also padded on the bottom. And it's supposed to be 100% watertight. So on the roof, you can see that we have a kayak. It's got a cover on it right now. We also have some grass up there that's covering up some traction boards, which you need if you have a Promaster. They're front wheel drive, they tend to dig right in real quick. And we have a galvanized steel roof rack that we put wood up and made a deck out of. So we'll go up there and take a look. So we got 200 watts of solar on the roof, connected directly to our battery, kayak, into redwood boards across here. We put covers on both of our fans. We bought that one, and this one here we made special because it would not fit with our deck already there. But we use it as a platform to sit on. All right, let's take a look in the back. Well, if you live in your van, you're gonna stuff every bit of room you have, and that's what we did. So we got 2 drawers that slide out, and they come out pretty far. There's a lot of storage in there. We've got extra water back here. We've got curtains. These are blackout curtains. They're insulated, and they're across the bar that I use for taking a breaker bar to help take off a tire to put a spare tire on. We've got an electric bike, which is for fun, but also for emergencies. We've got extra water storage and lots of tools. There's a lot of room in there. It's about 27 inches tall. This is a shoe rack that we just installed to carry all our little knickknacks and keep them more organized. So on this side here we have a vent, and that's for our toilet, our composting toilet, Nature's Head. And we have shore hookup, which we almost never use, but it's available if we need it.
Thank you for giving us the tour of your van.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
I would like to ask some questions. Our viewers are gonna see the composting toilet and maybe heard of one before, but not necessarily sure what the advantages are to it.
Okay.
Can you let us know why one would choose that over a standard holding tank system?
Well, for one, we didn't want to have to go to a dump station to dump with. So this is a lot more convenient. It separates the liquid from the solids and doesn't create any smell. So for us, it was an easy decision.
So about every other day you have to empty the liquid container, and for us about every 3 to 4 weeks we empty the solid container. And we use coconut core, so it's really light, it's easy for us to carry. We don't have to worry with any, what they call black tanks. We don't have to worry about that. So it's just super functional and easy.
Now, a lot of our viewers are researching the idea of building a van, buying a van, or living in a van. Now that you've built out yours, and it took you a year and you've been on the road for a year full time, can you give any tips to our viewers on some of the things maybe you would have done differently or you found out after the fact?
There is a couple of those. A big one that we would have done if we could redo it is put a swivel seat on the driver's side and then build our couch up a little bit higher, and then we could have swiveled the driver's seat all the way around to the couch and had 7.5 feet of space rather than the 4 feet of space that we have. And the other thing, we thought we went with the big deep sink. I do the dishes, and it's hard not to get water splashed all over. So whatever size sink you need, go big, go bigger.
Go with the biggest sink you can. Probably the most important thing was choose either go with a big battery bank or go with propane. We thought we didn't want to go with propane, so we tried an alcohol stove and that did not work out for us. So on the road we had to add propane in. But, Roodle, if we would have had enough battery bank, we could have went all electric. So you got to choose either way, which way you want to go.
So now we got a mix of both, and it is working for us. But if we could redo it, maybe we would have started out with the propane stove and the heater and kept the same battery bank that we have, or we would have just spent more money and got, you know, more amp hours.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of our viewers, if they go to an RV dealership and shop for a Class B, that's what this is considered, a Class B motorhome. I think the least expensive you could get would be between 70, and I see them well over 200,000. Besides the cost of the van, what would a conversion like what you've done here cost?
Well, because we did all the labor ourselves, it was just materials. So we spent somewhere in between $10,000 and $12,000 building it ourselves. And that can vary a lot. If you have to call a specialist in to do any work, the cost is going to go up from there.
Yeah, and that's with the minimal amount of battery that we could put in here. So if you want to add more than that, then of course it's going to...
Some people have spent that amount of money just on
their battery bank.
On their battery bank.
And then van chassis wise, you know, I have an older Ford Econoline, which they don't make anymore. It got replaced by the Transit. And then you have the Sprinter van by Mercedes, the RAM Promaster, which you have. There's a lot of choices for vans. Why the Promaster?
We went with the Promaster because it is the widest one. So we can sleep horizontal and not waste that extra 2 feet of room. So that's pretty much it. We also do like the fact that it is front wheel drive, so it has a really sharp turning radius and does well in the snow.
And parts are pretty reliable, right? Easy to get.
Yep, easy to get.
And then you have a YouTube channel as well. And we're going to include links to your channel and your social media below this video, so some of our fans here could enjoy your journeys throughout. Can you tell us a little bit about what your YouTube channel is like?
Yeah, so we do 2 videos a week. On Wednesdays we do van related topics, and on Sundays we do boondocking topics. So we have been in our van for almost 1 year. December 1st will be our first year, and we have not paid for camping the entire year.
So if you're looking at spending your money on food and gas and not where you camp, we might be the channel to go to and check that out.
Well, I hope our viewers definitely check out your channel. I really appreciate you guys taking the time today to give us a tour of your beautiful van. I really enjoy it.
Thank you
and
so
I
much.
see the Coast Guard sticker on your van, so I really appreciate your service to our beautiful country.
Thank you much. And we also wanted to thank Carrie on Vagabond, because Dave and Irene got this connection for us, and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on the channel today. Thank you for being such a good dog. This is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like this video, subscribe. I love it. I'll see you soon.